Hey y'all, hey, it's me, Makeup by Kat to be exact, and welcome back to Kat's Playground. I'm here today with my friends. Today I have with me Miss Mercedes and Miss Sydney. So Miss Mercedes, she actually has a channel here on YouTube as well, so y'all should follow her as well.
Oh, my Instagram is Mercedes McKenzie _, and my YouTube is Mercedes McKenzie. So I'm pretty sure Kat will have all that in the box below. So yeah, y'all can find all of our social medias and channels. So yeah.
You can find me at Sydney Renee MUA on Instagram, and that's it.
So today we are actually, I feel like I'm doing this a lot.
Oh, it's fine.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Talk about hands.
Today we are being our faces. We're doing some everyday makeup.
Yes.
And we got, and the good thing is we have 3 different complexions. Y'all close in color.
Yeah.
Though. But we got different complexions, so we all use a lot of the same products. Y'all can see, you know, what works for us, what don't work. And we got different skin types too. So I know I'm a combination. Are you
Yes, I'm super extremely oily. Not extremely, but I'm pretty oily. What about you?
My skin is pretty normal, honestly. I used to be a grease ball, but now it's like, I guess the older I get, the more my skin is like changing. So
yeah.
I used to get super oily, but now it's just like in spots. So I would say it's normal.
Yeah, same.
What color are you using in the bronzer?
Coconutty.
Girl, I use coconutty too.
Okay.
Yeah, but I feel like coconutty
girls
be giving me red vibes, but I don't know. But it probably looks good on you because you're so light, so it like probably has this pretty like bronzing effect.
I can barely see, so y'all could be the judge of that. Y'all can see how
we definitely we judging each other makeup today.
We all got a lot of different products. We probably gonna be like, ooh, let me try that. Let me try that. What was that? Ooh.
Oh, that was my speaker. But yes, we're gonna.
And we doing a really simple look too. So I just wanna let y'all know
that. So we're doing like a more so everyday type of. Everybody's everyday is different, but we doing it more so everyday type of just simple, you know, little look, not necessarily glam, but you know, just. A little 1-2.
1-2.
The way this be coming out funky sometimes.
Yes, you be having to kind of give it a couple of waist sprays first.
I'm definitely going to. And why do I have to spray so much every time? I don't care.
I
always spray like 10 pumps. Like, look at my face.
Oh no, that's me. I be having
but I think this is good.
No,
like,
I feel like
so
Fix
good.
Plus.
Like, look at my skin.
I feel like I feel like you're supposed to overuse Fix Plus.
Yeah, it got all the good stuff in it.
All that. So,
is that it?
What? Oh no. Oh yeah. Of the fireball, yes. Yes.
How far
I just need some light.
Me? I say without.
See? You see how it's coming off? It's cheap.
Oh, I didn't even see it. Yes, I think, but it's okay. It gets the job done.
What you be putting on for your scars? Look at my dark circles. They starting to get really bad.
What's it called?
But I was gonna buy that Kiehl's avocado eye mask that everybody been raging about. And Kiehl's got some other good products that I want to try too.
Vitamin C is your bestie. So, first question for our Get Ready With Me little girl talk thingamajigger. How did you get started doing makeup? So, who wants to go first?
Y'all want to go left to right or right to left?
I'll start first.
How you get started doing makeup, Miss Mamas?
Girl, honestly, I started doing makeup when I was in college. I went off to college and stuff, and I was beating my face. Like when I went to college, I was on that shit, you know. I was very good at doing my own makeup, and it honestly started with one of my roommates just being so impressed with how I did my makeup, and she was like, girl, like, do my makeup. It was like an event on campus, and she's like, do my makeup for this one event. I'm like, girl, what? Like, I ain't never touched nobody else's face before. I'm not gonna do it, blah blah blah. And I ended up doing her makeup, and it was kind of like a thing. Like, I would just do her makeup, and I had fun when I first did it. So I was like, well, let's just start like practicing, and let me do your makeup when we go out. And it kind of turned into like her being my muse, and then I started getting clients after that. Honestly, I used to post on Instagram and Twitter, and I started running my clientele up in college. And so honestly, that was how I got started doing makeup. I feel like I always really liked makeup, but I feel like I didn't discover like how much I really liked makeup until like my senior year probably of high school maybe. I didn't realize like, oh, I really be liking makeup because I be buying stuff and
like
all of this stuff. Like I'm in here buying lipsticks, I'm like putting on mascara, I'm doing all of this. So I guess I really like this stuff. So honestly, that's how I got started. Yeah, I was like taking clients up in college and charging them a little $50 for a little beat.
Come on, 50.
Come on, 50. So that's pretty much how I got started doing makeup. And I kind of, when I got out of college, I kind of like transitioned and was trying to get my clientele right. And the rest is history.
Okay. Yeah, Miss Mercedes, how you get started? How did you get started doing makeup?
So, I really got started from my mom. Like, my mom was in the makeup industry, like, when she was my age and when she had me or whatever. So, growing up, I used to see my mom, like, doing her little hair and makeup. You know, every little girl want to be like her mama. So, I'm, like, doing it or whatever. And then the funny thing was, once I really got up, because that was, like, when I'm, like, a kid, like 7 or 8, I'm playing in my own little kitty makeup. But once I started getting like of age, like 12, 13, becoming a little teenager, I'm like, Mama, I need you to put this on for me. And she started getting annoyed because like I'm stopping her from doing her makeup.
You one of them friends, girl.
And she
can
like,
you do my eyeshadow? Can you?
Yes, that was me.
Oh my bad, mine over here.
So then she was like, you have to learn on your own. I can't keep doing it for you because if I keep doing it for you, you ain't gonna never learn, yada yada yada. And I'm like, but I'm a little crazy. She was like, everybody has that stage. Everybody look crazy. You just gotta learn. So long story short, I was like 14, 15 wearing makeup, and I was on drill team. And you know, if you want like drill team or cheerleading, you gotta put on some type of makeup. Like usually the coach make you.
You gotta put on that red lipstick.
That red
Yep,
lip,
that ruby woo.
Okay,
Ruby woo.
because that's what they come in there asking for. Can I get ruby woo?
I got a short little story because this is off topic. Long story short, I was on drill team. I had a coach. Mind you, I went to DeSoto High School, so the team was mostly black. Like, if not everybody was black on the team. So, like, long story short, she had us wear ruby woo because apparently, you know, she felt like that looked good on everybody. Some people agreed, some people didn't, but at the end of the day, she didn't care. Wear ruby woo.
It actually did. It's a blue base red, so it does fit everybody.
Let me tell you how crazy this was. Now, mind you, that's just how I talk. I love my coach. That's my girl, Shane.
Where you from? You from Texas?
I'm from New Orleans.
Oh,
but I've been here for a long
Texas,
time.
We call everything.
Yeah, but I've been here a long time, so like she said, that is true.
Yeah, like.
But long story short, this girl, she will be lined up at practice. You know, well, not at practice, but you know, time to perform, and she going through the line. You ain't got ruby woo, fix your lip, like, and she'll be right. Cause one time, girl, I put on some red line. Girl, she knew.
She said that was not ruby woo. Bye.
But long story short, back to the main topic. Since I was on drill team, some of the girls wanted me to do their makeup since, you know, I've been, you know, doing this since I was young and I was, you know, I knew how to do it.
Right.
So, you know, they'll just ask me and I'll do it. And then eventually I just started charging because at first I was just like in 10th grade and I was just starting. So I didn't want to charge people and I'm having people look crazy as hell. So, but once I started getting good, I started taking other people because then word got around, you know, like within, you know, the little school within your grade. So yeah, that's really it. People just heard about me. They knew I could do makeup and then started taking clients. So yeah, that's really it.
Yes. And me, you know, I have, if you watch me already, I've already said this story on the very first video I ever posted, but I'll recap it and skip a whole lot of parts to make it short. But long story short, I kind of like, just kind of how Mercedes was saying, like how, you know, as like a child, like your mom into makeup already. Now my mom wasn't a makeup artist, but like she actually loved MAC. Like she had a lot of MAC products. She had, you know, just a lot of different makeup products that in her little kit, and I used to like dig in her makeup bag all the time, and I used to play in her makeup, and that's kind of how I got kind of like interested, started playing with makeup. I did used to take her makeup when I was younger too, and just like kind of do my own thing. And so she was just like, I'm tired of you stealing my stuff, so she got me my own. I started playing with it on myself, and I would beat my face to school. Ask anybody that went to school with, middle school, high school. Well, middle school, not beat middle school, but like I would beat
I was wearing mascara for sure. That's when like mascara was a thing for us.
mascara. Girl, I used to coat mascara, and I used to do eyeliner so like heavy.
I love the wing. I was a wing liner queen when I was like in 9th and 10th grade.
I love
so like
it.
I honestly, I've always, makeup has always been like an interest of mine.
Yes.
But it wasn't until my mama put me to the motherfucking test.
Was she?
For graduation.
Oh.
I was like, I want to go to MAC. I want to get my makeup done. I love how the embroidery cream, like it allows the makeup to blend real easily.
Yes.
But I'm like, I want to, like, it's prom. I want to get my makeup done. She like, girl, I'm not finna pay $50 for you to go in MAC. Do it yourself. I said, baby, DIY ain't even a thing. DIY is not a thing yet, but I mean, I had me like some Flat Out Fabulous. I had me some Mary Kay. And I was like, we finna make this shit work.
And did.
And did. Got on that bus to go to the arena, and my friends was like, who is she? I'm like, oh, okay.
I love that.
And that's what kind of like inspired me to be like, okay, well, this summer I'm gonna make sure I get on my before I go to college, because, you know, I'm trying to be that girl.
Okay.
So that's what kind of, by the time I went to college, I knew what a highlight, contour, I knew what I was doing.
Yeah. See, now I could say the same. By the time I got to college, I was
very cute,
very well understood what makeup, because I used to do it on myself all the time. I would, in middle school, like I was told you I was still doing my makeup until she got tired of me and decided, you know, let me just get her own stuff. Yeah. And it just started off with, honestly, I started off with a little powder and some eyeliner, some mascara, nothing crazy. I wasn't wearing like false lashes until like high school, to be real. But in high school, I mean, I was beating my face, baby. By that time, I had YouTube is where I started, and I literally was doing eyeshadow. Back then was my favorite thing. Like, I didn't care too much for skin, complexion, none of that. I didn't care none of that. Like, I would put on foundation, but I didn't care for highlighting and contouring. I eventually got into it, but my thing initially at first was eyeshadow, and I would be doing, you know, my face, and eventually my friends in high school would be like, you know, do my face for you know, just random stuff like pictures or graduation or prom or whatever. And so that's how I initially, like, you know, just started doing other people's faces. But Lord, I did not think I was going to, you know, be a makeup artist. I thought I was, you know, going to go to school and be a physical therapist, to be to be real. But I mean, after I graduated, I mean, I was doing makeup all in college. I was freelancing. But after I graduated, you know, I moved back. I started working for MAC. I mean, initially, you know, I was pursuing my physical therapy stuff, but I wanted to get back into makeup. I don't know, whatever made me want to go to MAC. I don't know. But I got there and I fell even more in love with makeup, to be real. And I
look at us on the same little part over here.
That. Y'all already, let me hurry up. I'm over here.
Girl, I be Speedy Gonzalez. I don't be playing no games.
Okay, because my ass be.
Oh, wait,
did I finish that? Oh, but yeah, I got to MAC and the rest was history. I, you know, got to freelancing, taking more clients, started growing my clientele. I actually met Mercedes at MAC, and initially when I first got there, I was permanent at the Dallas Galleria over here, and I had fun over there. I ended up moving to be a freelance artist because, you know, I wanted to kind of venture off and do my own thing and, you know, try to take my own clients and my studio now. But I actually, before I got to this studio, I was at a different location before that, was actually downtown, and that's where, well, I didn't meet Sydney downtown. Me and Sydney worked, our studios were literally right next to each other. Like, when I say walk in, hey sis, like right there. But I've been knowing Sydney for a while. We actually had mutual friends, so we just kind of, we both did makeup. We just kind of got closer through it. But the next question is our MAC experience and journeys. Well, y'all kind of know mine a little bit. I kind of just said, well, no, okay, let me not do that. Okay, yeah, so our MAC experience and journeys. Who wants to go first? Mercedes, you gotta go first this time because you made her go first.
Okay, so my MAC experience journey. So how I started working at MAC, it's like a backstory. So long story, I keep saying long story short, and don't be short.
And don't be short.
So let's just talk. How about that?
Yeah, let's just talk. Let's chat. This is girl talk, chit chat. Come on.
So basically, when I was like 18, 19, I was working at Dillard's at the little edge counter. So if y'all ever been to Dillard's, y'all know that little makeup little area. I was working over there, and y'all know like Mac is in like you know, Dillard's, Nordstrom's, and you know, other little stores. So long story short, I met some people working there, and I stopped doing makeup at the Dillard's because, you know, I'll take appointments. Of course, I'm bringing them, like, for instance, I had a little booking site. So instead of having them come to like a booth, I just have them at my little counter because I'm getting paid hourly and have them pay for the appointment. Like, I think that was the smartest thing to do. So
Okay.
so I was making my little money on top of my money. And, you know, if you work at like little stores like that, you can't accept tips. I wasn't listening to that. So long story short, word around town got around because them supposed to be messy in makeup. And they snitched because they got mad at
Be
money.
messy in makeup. Hashtag.
No, for real. So yeah, most people work in makeup take outside appointments. So I don't know why it's such a sensitive topic for them, but I don't know. Long story short, they fired me. I started doing like luxury handbags at what's it called, North Park, and I was working there for like 2 months. And then one day, this lady who worked for Mac, I'm not gonna say no, I'm just gonna, you know, not say no names. But long story short, this lady who worked for Mac, she was like, you know, she was just in North Park and she seen me. She was like, oh, hey, Mercedes, yeah, we talking. And she asked if I'm still doing makeup. And I was like, no, you know, I'm working in handbags. And she was like, do you like it? And she could tell, like, I really was fucking with it. And she was like, okay, well, you know what? Do you want to work for Mac? And I'm like, hell yeah. I'm like, girl, I've been wanting to work for Mac since I was in high school. So I'm like, yeah. So long story short, it was such a blessing. Y'all didn't have to do an interview or nothing. She literally just asked me for my information, put me in the system, and I started working. So like, but that was because like she already knew I could do makeup because like anytime Mac had too many appointments at Dillard's, she'll like send their people to me and I'll do it. So like she knew I could do makeup and she knew I could sell because me and her worked together. I just never worked under her, but she seen, you know, my work ethic. So I think that's why she didn't really go through the whole interview process because she already knew me and like knew how I was. But yeah, that was my Mac experience. And I still love Mac to this day. They just never boosted me. Girl, I was going to be a freelancer until the day I died, okay?
Okay, you funny. But I have heard people tell me that it is hard to get hired there. I think, I don't know, I feel like my experience, I don't know, it was kind of a smooth process for me, but I know everybody's just not the same or whatever. Because I know, I had another friend, she was trying to get hired back for a minute.
Are you talking about, oh girl,
I don't think you know her. She's actually from Garland.
Girl, cause okay, so she just.
I didn't know though that it was like that. It was kind of. I just didn't know who just was, you know. But I didn't know. Like I heard some people when I got there too. People were saying like it is a little just depending on like people be trying to like they be wanting more hours or stuff or like they be wanting to. So even you know just hard to get hired. Like but I feel like now. I mean. Even now, maybe too. I'm not sure, but I know back then for sure. Like it was kind of hard to get hired. But I don't know. Yeah. Hell, Miss Mamas.
Me?
Yes.
Well, so I just started working at Mac probably like a month and a half ago, almost 2 months, and my hiring process was, it took me like a little while to get hired, probably like a few months honestly, because I had applied and then it wasn't until like maybe 4 months later or something that I actually got a job. But I did get a job at the Pro Store, which is lit as fuck.
And there's only like 8 Pro stores in the whole United States, or not even. I think it's like 7.
Yeah, so I really didn't realize it was such a big deal until
that's
motherfuckers was saying something, and I was like, oh, it's hard to get at this store. I didn't know, but you know, I mean, I am me.
Okay.
So I honestly, I've been loving it there. I feel like I've been learning a whole lot. I like my coworkers. Honestly, I love the managers. I like the Mac like culture, and I love that it's fun at work. You know, I like the fact that you can play with so many different things. But, you know, when I first started working there, I'm like such a person, like I like to be in my shell. Like I like to, when it comes to work, if it's not clients, go ahead. If it's not like at the studio, like clients, then I like to work and go home. Like socializing be cool while you're at work, but I really don't like to let people into my business and personal and nothing. So one day one of my managers was like, tell me about you. We just at work and she like, tell me about you. And I'm like, okay, let me give you the rundown on me real quick. And once I tell her, I'm like, was that like, do you feel better now? And she's like, yeah, I needed that. And I'm like, okay, yeah, because I just come to work and I work, you know. But now I'm starting to like everybody and get to know everybody and stuff, which is cool. And yeah, I've been liking it. I really don't have no complaints. Truly.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah, it's been really fun.
Yes. But me, like I said, if you watch this channel, you already know it. I already said my experience, but I'll recap it again. But yeah, go ahead. But for my Mac experience, my Mac journey, I started at Mac I got hired right before COVID, but I would say my hiring process, it did take a little while too for me to kind of get hired. Like I think I applied like a couple months before, and then I finally heard back like in February of 2020, and I was permanent with them up until April, April of the next year. That's when I decided to just go ahead and be a freelance artist, because I honestly just wanted a little bit more freedom. I love Mac. My experience there was great, honestly. Like, that's why I still freelance with them. Like how Sid was talking about the culture I love. I love the fact that, I mean, it's full of makeup artists, it's full of creatives, it's full of people that do what you do and that love the craft. And for the most part, everybody does what you do. So it's just a good, healthy environment for you to learn and grow in. And so I had a great time. I feel like the people I was surrounded with were very crucial to my growth initially as an artist. Coming in, I was self-taught, but I mean, just being around other, well-seasoned artists was really helpful. Honestly, it was work, but I had fun too. I ended up leaving to freelance just because I felt like, it just worked better with my schedule. I just kind of, as I was at the Mac counter, I was still freelancing outside of the Mac counter. So I had my makeup room basically set up at home, and I would have my clients come there. But I mean, once it got to a point where it was just really hard to like take bookings with working all the time on the weekends at Mac, I just went ahead and moved over to the freelance because it just gave me a lot more flexibility. But that was my kind of journey and experience. It was pretty good. Is this Laura?
Topic. Favorite makeup brands. Okay.
Yeah, favorite makeup brands. Okay.
You can go first. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I guess because I've been throwing y'all to the wolves. One of my favorite, okay, I actually like Miss Laura. Well, certain things. I've only tried a handful of things, but I do like Miss Laura. Hold on, because okay.
Do y'all remember when Corona came around and you could not cough around nobody?
Oh my god.
Without them looking at you like you were a germ?
I used to look at them and be like, baby, I got asthma.
Not you as a germ.
Like they'll look at you like you were like a green thing sitting next to you.
Like a mucus?
Yeah, like a mucus.
Like the little mucus on the commercials, they be dancing.
Like, why y'all think I'm a germ? But what were you saying?
I'm weak, but favorite makeup brands. One of my favorite makeup brands. Well, I'm not gonna lie. I have a lot. I'm not really like picky choosy. I love a lot of different things from a lot of different brands. Like a lot of people, when they see me in person, when they're in my studio, or like they would just assume just off of following me or just knowing that I'm a Mac girl. You see a lot of Mac, or you see that I post Mac, and you just feel like that's all I use. And I promise you, like, my kit is full of all different types of stuff, all different types of brands, from high end to affordable to just different stuff. Like I'm not too picky. But yes, MAC is in my favorite brands. I love me some MAC. I love Milk. I love Too Faced. I love who else? I love Pat McGrath. Danessa Myricks has some great products. Shoot, I'm blank right now, but those are just off the top of my head. But like, I'm not super picky choosy, but like, yes, I do have a lot of different favorite brands. What about y'all?
Same. It's hard. Honestly, it's hard. It's hard to say one of my favorite brands because I don't have like more than X amount of products from each brand, if that makes sense. Like, I probably got the same amount of MAC products as I have of Fenty or something like that, but like, it's a mix. For foundation, I would say right now my favorite for like foundation is going to be NARS.
Yeah,
NARS is that girl. If you ain't got NARS,
I miss
I don't know
NARS.
what to tell you.
I love NARS actually. NARS, I got a lot of NARS too. I love NARS foundation, concealers.
Yeah, NARS is really that girl.
Yeah.
I think for me, I like them. I really love MAC, y'all. I like MAC because they have a lot of makeup to choose from, and it's like good stuff too. So if it comes down to blushes, I'm gonna go with MAC. Setting sprays, I'm gonna go with Urban Decay. I use a lot of different setting sprays, but Urban Decay, they stand the test of time. Like, they stand the test of time. Your makeup is going to be on forever. So,
hey, you know who got a heavy hitter too? Mr. Star.
Patrick Star. Okay,
Mr.
so
Star.
you talking about the Until Dawn spray?
That.
Okay, so when he first dropped it is when I bought it, and I did not like it. I hated the way that it sprayed out. But now, since everybody's raging about it and it's currently a #1 seller, I want to like circle back
and try. Maybe you need to circle back, because the only reason initially, okay, so I'm really well, it depends. I really don't care to try every new thing that comes out. So I definitely understand, as a professional makeup artist, I understand things are actually more so about technique. Product, yes, is important, but depending on the outcome, what you're trying to do, technique is more important. But for that reason alone, it doesn't make me want to jump at every single product that comes out that everybody raves about. So whatever the TikTok girlies be so hype about, I don't really care for, depending on what it is. Ingredient wise as well, like I would have to inspect the product, okay, just depending on what it is. But I don't really care to just jump on every little thing. But I heard the only reason why I was like, okay, I would be curious enough to check out this product is only because I seen another makeup artist actually post. She was raving about it, and she actually used it for one of her clients who did like an underwater shoot, and the makeup actually lasted and held up, and I was really surprised. So for that reason alone, I was like, okay, maybe this setting spray is the truth.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to try it. But honestly, those are some of my favorite products. MAC, NARS, who else? Fenty, Too Faced, you know. Juvia's Place has some great palettes. Morphe has some awesome lipsticks. Sephora too. Don't sleep on Sephora brand, you guys. They got that shit.
Yeah, Sephora has some stuff.
Sephora got some shit, but not everything.
It's just coughing for me, cause get
Are you about to pass away?
Look, girl,
Don't go
I'm
on
weak.
me now.
I'm weak. I got you.
So, I'm gonna name like my top 5. I'm not gonna put them in order, but I really like Charlotte Tilbury. Like, they got so, like, any product they got, 9 times out of 10 it's a gem. So I like them. I really like NARS. Like, right now, my favorite is probably the Soft Matte. Like, that's like my favorite product from, you know, everything they got. That is a really good one. Now I think about it. Oh, Too Faced. I really like Too Faced. So this one, this is not because I work for the brand, but I really do like YSL Beauty. Like, it's actually the truth. Like, I like their undertones, because a lot of makeup brands, they either make at least for black women, they make our makeup either too golden or too red.
Ooh, yeah.
Like, that's why I like NARS, because they have a lot of olives, a lot of neutrals. So
yeah.
YSL is pretty good for that as well. Even with the with their concealers, y'all. Sorry, I'll be stuttering. I know y'all figured that out by now, but but their concealers are really nice as well. It's not like too golden or too gray. So sorry, I'm all over the place. I like YSL. I really like MAC. Only thing I don't like about MAC is I like the feel of the Studio Fix. I just don't like how a lot of it is just either really golden or really pink. But other than that, I love all their products.